Hello guys, welcome to my another video. So today we are going to discuss new questions. And for those who have already seen my previous questions, I'm sure you will know this one. And if you don't, that means you have now learned nothing. You have learned absolutely nothing from my previous videos. Remember that. So if you're going to do something, learn the previous one. If you're going to answer this question, check the previous question, then you take this one properly. I hope you will I hope you will know this question's answer because this question is similar. That's why. So let's not talk too much and get to the main topic. So what is our question? Same thing, conventions of standard English. So let's get to the main question first. Using natural debris such as dried, input these options together at the same time so that the time will be saved by a lot. Such as dried leaves, man-made trash such as plastic bags, and more traditional art supplies such as tree glue, Ghanaian artist, et guagua, blah 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 blah. Unnecessary noise. How do I know? Because I have already read this question once. That's why I know. I want you to do the same. If you see like a whole sentence, you actually don't need to read the whole thing. You actually need a simple word. You have to need actually look for the position where you have to put those words. So for this question, I would like you to write a note, and this is almost similar. That's why I'm giving you once again, because I want you to actually write those notes. Which is, if you ever see a sentence which has a lot of punctuation and what? Yeah, what? I mean, like you see this question here, they have an and here. Also, there's a punctuations. Also, so many punctuations with the and. If you do so, like, if you like look at this type, of, if you see like a lot of, if you see a lot of punctuation in the same sentence with a word called and, be worried of those punctuations. Why? Because be worried of the punctuation because those punctuations after and before and is going to be the same. Those punctuations after and before the and is going to be the same. I hope you get that what I said here. Is going to be the same. So do you see punctuations here? Yes, a lot of them. Do you see an and? Yes, I do see an and. So be wary of those punctuations and the punctuation is going to be the same. So how is it? Do you see these words are always similar? They have no difference in the words. What are they looking for? They're looking for the punctuations here. So you have to go for those punctuations. Let's see. What do we have? Do we have similar words? Yes, we do see similar words, such as also there is like s- just a second here. I'm giving this color for this ones. You see such as a similar word, another such as similar word, another such as similar word. Also there is one and. That means before this and, whatever the punctuation comes is going to be the same after the and. We have to say the before the and punctuations, so we have to look at the after the and punctuations. I know it is going to be complicated a little bit, I'm trying to explain, but simplifying, like in simple words, I'm saying like you have to use the same punctuation that is after the and in the first punctuation side. Okay, so in here we have to do the same thing. So what do we see here? Before such as we see there is a comma, right? So the same thing is going to be here in this such as too. Before such as there is going to be a comma, which means we can see after a there is no comma, there is a semicolon, which is absolutely wrong, so this is not right. Let's use another color because it's going to be hard. Yeah, now this is perfect. We see there is a semicolon here, colon here, which means it is wrong because we need a comma, not a colon. There's a semicolon, same thing, we need a comma, not a colon, because there is a comma here, so before such as. That's why. And we see that the option B and C have a comma right before such as, which means it is going to be either option B or C. Now let's see what else do we have. We have lips, there's a semicolon, lips, comma. Let's see what can we do here. Do we see using natural debris? There is a comma. Yes, there is, such as dried dash. Maybe if there is a comma, okay, we are going to separate this line, such as plastic bags. Now, do we see a difference before and there is a semicolon? Yes, there is. That means after such as there is going to be example, and after that example there is going to be a semicolon. Okay, now a lot of you may ask like, okay, if you go look a lot more, you see there is after such as trigo there is a comma. So why are you saying comma and not semicolon? Why? Because this such as is ending the sentence, not the sentence but the dependent clause, the clause that is started here, right here, using natural debris, which is a dependent clause. And after this all this thing they have said, this dependent clause ends here. That's why they have used this comma, otherwise they would have used this semicolon. Okay, so that means after this such as and there's an example, there's going to be a semicolon, not comma. I hope I could explain what I did. And that means instead of this comma we need a semicolon, which is right here. I hope that makes sense, and it is B, which is the right answer. That's it. I hope you get that. And if you don't, watch the previous video where I have explained it more vastly, more with more rules, which was far easier than this one. That's all I can say. And yes, you have a college board answer right here. If you didn't understand mine, just go for it. I hope you understand everything. That's all. Thank you very much. And if you like it, just give me a subscribe. Thank you very much.